Thank you all for joining us. Wherever you are, I hope you're well and keeping safe in this weird old time. My name is Ali Anderson-Dyer. I'm the Artistic Director of the Bunbury Banter Theatre Company, and I would like to welcome you all here to our first ever Young Playwrights programme sharing. It goes without saying that, although I'm going to say it, that we sincerely had hoped to entice you all down to our beautiful region and host this afternoon in the venerable surroundings of Scotland's oldest working theatre, the Theatre Royal Dumfries. However, 2020 has kept us all on our toes, and so we find ourselves digitally coming together to celebrate the conclusion of the programme and share the first airing of 5 original pieces from the young people who took part. To begin with, let me tell you a little bit more about the programme. Bunbanter's Young Playwrights programme offers a select group of young writers from Dumfries and Galloway the opportunity to develop their skills and knowledge within the theatrical medium, supported and guided by theatre creatives from across the UK. The programme itself runs over the course of a year and involves regular sessions with myself and my team, and workshops with incredible playwrights such as Douglas Maxwell, Nicola McCartney, Oliver Emanuel and Morna Young. The young writers also read plays, go to see live theatre or digital theatre, as it sort of turned into. And thanks to the support of the Dumfries and Galloway Arts Festival and our partners at the Theatre Royal, they got a few tickets and a few live shows too. And eventually they end up here, ready to share up to 20 minutes of original material with you. Before we do, I'd like to take a little moment just to thank the following people who've made all of that possible. To begin with, I'd like to thank Fiona and Amy at the Playwright Studio. Thank you so much for your ongoing support, your wisdom, your help. It's been truly wonderful working with you. Thank you again to May Sambanyambe. I hope I've said that right. Lovely May. And the students and graduates at the playwriting and directing MFA courses at Napier, who supported our young playwrights with script reading and dramaturgy, and to their actors who stepped in to record some of their monologues earlier this year. To Tesco Dumfries for their financial support from the Common Good Fund, and to the Orange Tree Theatre London, who sent us published copies of a new play which we'd all enjoyed. Thank you to the playwrights who have worked with us over the last year. Ollie, Nicola, Morna, Douglas, Mariam and Alan. It has been a pleasure and I salute you all. And thank you to Anya, my assistant director, who'll be reading some of our stage directions today, and to the actors who have inspired us all with their wonderful work over the past few weeks. Finally, thank you to the Hollywood Trust for funding us and for continuing to be passionate advocates for projects such as this. We are humbled by your work, and it is a privilege to live in a region with such support for young people's engagements with the arts. Thank you. So, without further ado, enough rambling from me, let's get started with the first Bunbury Banter Young Playwright Programme readings. Thank you.
Adulting. Adulting. The practice of behaving in a way characteristic of a responsible adult, especially the accomplishment of mundane but necessary tasks. An example from the dictionary. Being a responsible adult. Used by 18 to 20-somethings who are proud of themselves for paying a bill. Adulting means more than just responsibility. You see, it means when you have to get your life together and know what you're doing. It's about maturing and growing. Basically, getting out of our childhood. It's when you're supposed to be able to take control and deal with stuff ourselves instead of having our problems fixed for us. Here's the thing. I don't actually think I'm mature enough to qualify and be able to hold the title of adult. I can't get enough hours at work to pay for the stuff I need by myself. Surely that must show I'm not worthy of the title of adult. I still rely on others to help me. Adult. I'm an adult. No considered a Wayne, a teenager, an adult. But what is adulting? Adulting. It's a noun. It's an informal expression. I'm my own solution now. I'll no longer be able to have others fix it for me. Did you hear that? Do you ever just look back and wish you could relive it all? It's crazy to think that one day we all went out to play with our pals and didn't ken it was the last. I used to love playing tag out in the streets. Whatever the weather, we were playing and coming in when the streetlights came on. That's how it's supposed to be for everyone. Imaginary pals. Who remembers them? I don't. I wish I could. I really don't remember my imaginary pal. It's mental, the things I used to make up to entertain myself for hours. It's crazy, isn't it? We were so wee then and just wanted to grow up, but here we are wishing life would just slow down. But it never does. Swear down, you can't hear that noise. Have you noticed that as technology has grown, people don't take out a camera to take photos, but they use phones? It's a bit sad, really. They still take them. They usually stay on iPhones, taking up space, and then eventually get deleted. And suddenly that time in a person's life has been erased. Poof, gone. It's not actually gone, but the memories will fade and they'll be forgotten. They don't have the physical evidence. They don't get to see that again. Photos are the things I love. A photo. A photo is a noun. A photo captures a moment in time. PHOTO. A photo can say 1,000 words. It's like the outsider looking in and can see that pictures being taken from a different perspective. It's like you're the one holding the camera and looking through the lens. Ken what I mean? Can you hear that? Photos are the things I love. I can look at all these faces and remember. Remembering's the hard bit. It was easy to have my parents fix my problems with a flick of a switch, and yet here I am, alone, hoping that someone can come along and fix them all for me. I'm legally an adult in an adult world where we apparently just got on with our own shit. I have this photo. We'd been to the zoo. My mum had terrible style decisions. It looks like I need help. The amount of colours and patterns on one person is astronomical. Or was it me that picked that outfit? I don't remember. All I ken is that one of us picked that outfit and it was not a great choice. To be fair, Mum looked good and Dad looked happy. Mum was cheery and I'm looking content. I'm not looking at the camera, of course. I'm busy looking at one of the penguins. I miss those kind of days out. I used to love animals. I used to love reading too, taking my mind off to different worlds with different ideals, being with different characters, a different life. The Giraffe, the Pelly and Me was my favourite. I've still got all the Roald Dahl books. They've all been put in the attic. I don't know why I've kept them. Maybe because at that point in my life I was happy. Adulting. The world just expects me to figure it out on my own. Everyone does it. Literally every single person to ever exist has to get on with it, so why can I know? I just think it's not going too well. How come others are managing? How can I not be like them? Just this once, let me be like them. Let me lose this overwhelming feeling that everything I do is wrong, it's not good enough, or I'm worthless. I'm not mature enough. Immature people are the ones having fun. The mature ones are no. That's what I used to tell myself. That's a lie. The ones who were mature and thought things through, well, they're doing great. So are a lot of the immature ones. So maybe it's just me that's this way. Why do we not have a class at the end of school to prepare us? You get forced to take applications in mathematics if you're not considered smart, and yet they get a boost. They learn the maths they actually use. Why is it no compulsory, or at least optional? Why was I forced to learn so much algebra and functions whilst they got a leg up? I was being dragged down with stress. Why do we not have more control over what we want to learn about? Would it not make sense to give us the power to decide what we want? Maybe then we wouldn't have to be stuck in lessons we have no interest in. Maybe then we could work towards stuff that we want to do as a career, and then we wouldn't be forced to sit in classes for the smartians or the thickins. It would be for us, and it would be for our own futures that we get to start and plan. Maybe it's just me that's this way. Alone. A-L-O-N-E. Alone. I'm alone. I never thought that growing up would make me feel alone. Like, yeah, we move on for groups of pals and we grow up and meet new people, and I like change usually. Sometimes I even look forward to it, but this change, it's different. And that just doesn't stop me from wishing it would all slow down a bit. It just feels like it keeps picking up in gears and I'm not having enough time to actually take it all in. I just want time to take it down to a 30 mile per hour instead of racing round the track at 80. Adulting. A-D-U-L-T-I-N-G. Adulting. I just need to crack how to actually do it before I'm old and past it. Who actually kens how to pay rent and stuff? I can't cook. I burn everything, even rice at the bottom of the pots. I can just about drive solo, and I mean just about. It's slightly terrifying. You see, I don't like going to new places or new roads, especially if I don't know where they're going. Do you ken why I can't look under my bed? I'm sure one day I'll be brave enough to fight the creatures that are under there. Maybe not. I don't know. The screams have never left me. I hear them all the time. That's my reminder. I am a danger. My childhood was very retro compared to today's. I've still got the DVD tape thingies. I used to be obsessed. Oh, and oh my God, Barney the dinosaur, remember him? I love you, you love me, we're a happy family. I had to watch most of them for DVDs that we got at car boot sales because they were cheaper. We couldn't afford to have Disney Channel or Nickelodeon. I had CBeebies and then CITV, and I'd watch Horrid Henry. It's weird though, because he used to be the root of everyone's problems. Anything that happened, it was Henry's fault. Suppose I can relate to that. I guess that's why I liked it. I always felt like we could be pals, me and Henry. If he was real, obviously, because otherwise that would be a wee bit weird, me being pals with a cartoon. I don't think I'll get away for the sound of metal scratching, twisting and crunching. We've pressed fast forward on now. And now we're wishing that we could slow it all down and go back to when life was easier and relive some of our favourite memories, but we can't. Because that's not how life works. Driving will always make me nervous. How I pass my test, I don't know. I hate having to drive. It isn't that I don't trust myself, it's I don't trust the people who are in other cars. You just never can, do you? When cars speed past me, the screams get louder. And somehow I can smell that smell. The smell of burning. And as the sound of the screams fade, the sounds of the twisting metal take over. Driving at night, I can't bring myself to do it. The lack of light, higher chances of crashing because you're only focusing on what's in front of you. You're no looking at what's on the side. You're more likely to get hit by a drunk driver at night. I can hear her. She won't leave. I haven't driven at night since the accident. Why would I want to drive in the dark when people don't pay enough attention in the daytime? Maybe I should. Maybe I should get a grip. I'm living somewhere you wouldn't want to. It's dark and loud. Can you hear that? It's best to leave them to their own thing and hope they leave me to mine. I'm waiting. How should I handle it? I don't consider myself an adult or a Wayne. When I refer to myself as a teen, people choose which one I am in different situations, and there's been a lot of situations recently, but that's on me. I'm an idiot. Have you ever just wanted to start again? Make the right decisions and see how it all plays out? I would. Then I wouldn't be here. I wish I wasn't so demanding as a Wayne. I wish I was the mature Wayne who didn't have as much fun, because maybe then I'd no be this version, the only version of me I can be. I'm stuck here because of what I did. The lassie will never be the same. The screams I'll never forget. She lived. That doesn't make it any easier. She'll never be the same. Her life is in tatters. I'll never be the same. My life is ruined. She's paralysed. She won't be able to do anything for herself ever again. She's alive, but why? How can someone go on living like that? How can I go on living knowing that it was me? It was all my fault. Why didn't I just stop in time? I wish I'd never got in that car. 2 cars, one on one. Only one could make it. Why was it me? Why did I get away with scrapes and she ended up like that? I wish I had someone I was close to listen. Someone to take half of whatever I'm feeling. What if someone was with me in the car? I want to feel like a person again. She might be physically paralysed, but I'm mentally. My mind will never be the same. I'll never be able to overcome it. I'm a car crash. It's heavy, loud, hot, overwhelming. I don't even know what I'm really feeling, but it's something and it won't shift. Is it wrong to wish I was in the car with him? I wish we'd switched places. That way I wouldn't be here. I don't even know how to handle this anymore. I'm damaged because I can't handle my shit. One of my favourite things is when it gets cold, like really cold, I like to make soup. And not just a wee amount, I mean, use the biggest pot and eat it all up myself in 2 days. That used to be one of my favourite things from my mum. Soup was made the first day it got cold enough. And we knew when it was cold, when the ice would build up and she had to defrost the car. I don't like it when it gets icy. I'm not great with ice at all. I fall as soon as I'm at the door. Or if I'm walking uphill, there's an extremely high chance I won't have a grip and I'll slide back down. only to have to try and walk up sideways with the neighbours watching. I bet they love it. A bit of entertainment in the morning at someone else's expense. Once I spot the first bit of ice, I try not to drive at night or early in the morning. I'm not taking any chances. This is a rule I made for myself. I feel better if I stick to it. If I had stuck to it, life wouldn't have stopped. Shame I've broken it. Never in a million years would I imagine this. Seeing that I'm getting what I deserve. Is this what being an adult is like? I'm taking proper responsibility for what I've done. She never deserved that. We didn't deserve any of it. Adulting. The practice of behaving in a way characteristic of a responsible adult, especially the accomplishment of mundane but necessary tasks. Become a functioning member of society. Become an adult and take responsibility. About time I tried to help myself out. I can't spend the rest of my time afraid of what's coming next. Even those who've been adults for ages just got on with it. I was told something and I guess it makes sense. Being an adult is just when you get older, we get really good at bullshitting that we can what we're doing. We develop this thing that we all have to lie so that we're accepted into an adult society. We've had no training. We're just expected to know it all overnight. One of these days, I might get my life together. One day that lassie will not be me. She will not be with me. And maybe, just maybe, I'll return to society an adult who's just as good a bullshitter as the rest of them. Just as good a liar. Just as good as lying as the rest of them who were thrown straight into the deep end. Or maybe I won't. I refuse to be one of society's forgotten. I won't be a number. We won't go unheard. I'm talking to you. You, sitting there. Don't fall through the cracks.
A motorway services. An elderly woman and young girl are stood in the entranceway.
Rachel, please! I'm bursting. Just choose somewhere and sit down.
Where are we getting food? There's no point in me sitting down somewhere random.
Oh, for goodness sake!
And then you get lost on your way back because I've moved to a restaurant.
I won't get lost. There's only 4 places that serve food. Please, just choose. Oh, come on, Rachel.
Oh, you know I hate making decisions. Can you just choose?
Please, Rachel, I don't have the time. Just decide already. Rachel?
Fine, okay. McDonald's it is.
Thank you. Grab a table and I'll meet you there.
What do you want to eat?
Lovely day, don't you think?
Yeah, it was. I loved Calvin Grove. So majestic. So,
Grand.
yeah, exactly. And the street art outside that pub. I'm starving.
Look, we need to talk.
Can't we order first?
Okay. Let's go and get a menu in and we can see what we want.
We can just search it on my phone. See? Here it is.
Rachel, what happened to your wrist?
Oh, it's nothing. What do you want?
Just a coffee.
Are you sure? They've got loads. They've got burgers, chips, chicken nuggets. They even do desserts now. Look, ice cream. Here, look for yourself.
I just want a coffee, thanks. What's happened?
Give me a chance to order first.
Rachel,
Milk,
please.
sugar.
2?
Right, so 1 coffee with milk and 2 sugars, a large banana milkshake, barbecue chicken wrap and fries. Anything else?
No?
You sure you don't want anything else?
Yes? Petal, I'm worried.
So it'll be ready in about 4 to 5 minutes, so I'll go get a tray ready.
Can you talk to me, please? Did you do this to yourself? Did you?
Gran,
What's going on? We've always been honest with each other. We need to talk.
I don't want to.
Well, we need to. Now, I'm concerned. Have you been...
No.
Rachel, don't you turn your back on me. Whatever it is, it's okay. We can talk about it. Now, please, just tell me. What is it that's gone on? Rachel? Oh, come on, talk to me. Rachel, please. Rachel? Who are you messaging?
It's called texting. Why can't you just leave me alone?
Because, Rachel, I care. I care about you very much.
I literally don't know how to make it clearer. I don't want to talk about it.
Well, I'm afraid we need to talk about it. You can do all you want to try and push me away, but I know you. I am always going to be here, Rachel. So are you going to tell me what's going on?
Fine. If you really want to know. I'm having issues at school, okay?
And that's what this is all about.
It sucks. Everyone is awful. No one likes me. They all make fun of me all the time.
Bullying.
Happy now?
Listen, everyone gets bullied at school, Rachel. It's just what happens. I'm sorry, but you just need to get on with it. I did. My mum did. Everyone does. You just need to pull yourself
I don't
together.
want to listen to this. I don't want to hear what you think I should do. I'm done. Leave me alone.
Oh, come on now. Put them back in.
It's not that I'm being bullied. It's why.
Go on.
They make fun of me because I have hearing aids. Pick my apart because I'm different. I'd give anything not to be like this. The only way I can get them to stop is to take them out.
Yeah, but you can't though, can you, Petal?
I can. I have been.
Oh, so you would rather fail your subjects than hear what they have to say?
I guess, yeah.
Surely there has to be another option. Have you tried ignoring them? Oh, right. Well, what about speaking to someone at the school? There's got to be something they can do.
You don't get it. You don't get it at all. I hate my life. I hate every aspect of myself and everything that comes with me. I feel numb all the time, and this helps. If everything is just going to shit, what's the point in even trying? And I've had enough. I just need it all to stop, to just all go away.
Rach, I had no idea things had got this bad. Why didn't you say something? Oh, I should have known things weren't going well. I'm sorry. Sometimes life is hard. Life is really hard. There's no other way to describe it. But listen, you have survived 100% of your toughest days so far. And even when things are at us really, really bad, I know it's a struggle, but there's still hope. There's always hope. It will get better. If not today, maybe tomorrow.
It's ready. The food, I'll get it. I didn't have sugar. Gran, are you okay? Look, here, have a napkin. Do you need a drink?
No, honestly, it's fine. That's fine. It's just a wee cough, that's all. What was it you were saying about sugar?
No, you don't just get to change the subject. What was that?
I told you, it's just a wee cough.
You couldn't breathe.
Just leave it.
What is it? What's going on?
I'm not well.
Don't be daft. You said yourself it was just a week off.
Rachel, it's not.
You probably just got a cold.
It's not a cold.
You'll be fine.
I've got cancer. And the prognosis, it's not good.
Okay. When do I start treatment?
I don't.
But
there's not much they can do, Rachel. We've just got to make the most of what we have.
how long have you known for? Why didn't you tell me earlier?
Because I didn't want to ruin our day. I just wanted one last...
Last? What do you mean last?
They've told me we don't have much time.
But, I mean, they're always talking about these new treatments, so there'll be something, right? We can fight this.
Rachel, Petal, come on.
But what about chemo?
Oh, I told them not to bother. My hair's my greatest asset and I want to look good at the funeral.
Why would you joke about that?
Sorry.
Why are you being so selfish? I didn't mean that. You're the strongest person I know. Who'll fix me if you're gone? You have to fight. If not for you, then for me. Please. Please, I need you.
And I need you to know that if there was a way I could change this, if there was any way I could fix this, I would have. But there isn't, Petal. But I will never, never leave you, not really. I'll be there. I'll be there always. But you need to promise me a few things, though.
Gran.
I'm serious, Rachel. Life is hard, yes. But you can't let it beat you down. You are wonderfully unique, and these things, these hearing aids they will help you to be the amazing person you were meant to be. So, promise me you'll stop hiding away. Huh? Promise me you'll be you. And don't take any shit from anyone. Do you hear me?
I hear you.
It will be okay. I promise. Now, I don't know about you, but I'm in the mood for some ice cream.
Sure.
Oh, look at these flavours. I've got Kit Kat, Twirl, Smart. Oh, crunchy. Did you know, when I was wee, I used to go with my papa. We used to go to the sweet shop on a Sunday morning and he brought me crunchies. I've loved crunchies ever since because they remind me of him. Everybody used to call me the crunchy girl.
I never knew that.
What?
Look, I love crunchies too. Must have got it from you.
There we go. Shall we?
Sure.
Rachel is stood alone in what looks like a chapel of rest. She is no more than a few weeks older, but yet seems to have aged a lifetime.
My wee gran. If not today, maybe tomorrow. Goodbye, crunchy girl.
The walls of the office are lined with books. Jackson is wearing a morning suit. He is looking through the books, slowly searching for something. He pulls out a pen, admires it fondly before searching for something further. Suddenly, the door bursts open and Baby comes running in, exhausted. Jackson is pulled from his chair and is immediately out of breath as well.
Now, that wasn't too bad, right?
That was nearly 10 miles, Jackson.
No way.
Yep. From City Centre to here, about 10 miles.
Really? You want a drink?
No, I'm fine. Actually, maybe I will.
Are you all right?
Yeah, I'm fine. I just smoke too much.
I didn't know you smoked.
Well, it's always on and off with me. Like an inconsistent book character. One chapter I definitely had a mustache, the next I might be a woman.
Shouldn't you be quitting? It can't be great for you.
My doctor says the same thing. Are you two in cahoots?
Yeah, you know I don't go near doctors except my own. But your doctor is right. They're bad for you.
I think we both know with my history, it probably won't be the cigs that kills me.
Baby.
Sorry, Jackson. I didn't mean to say the K word.
I just don't want to see you go.
Never do.
What?
I said, why would you? If I knew the reverse was even slightly possible, I would hate to see you go.
I wish the reverse could be true. I would take your place happily.
Oh, well, I wouldn't. You're going to live so much longer than me. You're going to have so many more wonderful experiences, and that's beautiful to me. You're such a unique marvel to our world. It's amazing.
I didn't know people saw it. Thank you. I love you. Okay, let me work it out.
Oh,
How long we've got.
a lifetime?
For you, yeah, let's say the smoking takes off 10 years, but other than that, you're generally quite healthy. So let's take off 5 instead. So in the ballpark figure of about another 40 to 50 years for you. And that's just incredible. Sure, it's quite short, but truly amazing.
Thanks. I sure do appreciate being told how long I've got left. It makes me rethink how I want to spend it.
Okay. Well, if it helps at all, I'm about 1400. I was born during what your people called the Dark Ages.
Holy shit! You're an old man.
Believe it or not, I'm one of our youngest. I've lived so many lifetimes, and each one has its own name. It's the only way to keep secrecy from you humans, moving houses and changing names.
Can I know one of them?
Orcta.
Actor.
Close. Orcta. It's Latin for writer.
Cute. It suits you.
Thank you. Anything catching your fancy?
All of it is. I didn't know you had this many.
What can I say? I like writing.
So many stories here. You've led such a full life.
I suppose I have. Often in isolation, especially in the days you're reading there. What's that one about?
You don't know.
Not off the top of my head, no.
Well, you're talking about working for a mighty emperor who thinks his people are planning a coup.
Oh, it's a coup, not coup. It generally involves a lot of death and misery.
Why did they think they were going to do that?
What does the book say?
He had an affair with the leader of the neighboring nation of whom they were at war with. Leadership can do that.
Not specifically, but love can do that to you. It can be heart-wrenching to be in love. It's one of the risks.
Have you been in love much before?
Yes.
With many others?
I'm sorry, I've lived a long time and I hate being alone. Please don't be upset.
No, I never am. Everyone's got exes. Well, not everyone's got a dark past, mysterious past from the dawn of time, though, do they?
I'm not that old.
I'm just messing. Why do you write so much?
I've definitely told you before.
Are you sure you're thinking of me? Because it doesn't sound familiar.
I feel like I'm constantly retelling the same thing over and over again.
Don't give up on me.
I write to remember.
Remember what?
Life. Every detail I can goes into these books. The others, they feel content knowing each other and the big moments in life, but I don't. I need to know the boring and the mundane.
Thanks.
Oh, no. I need to know the people I interacted with, the emotions I felt, the highs and the lows, the good, the bad, the beautiful and the ugly. It's how life is, and I want to remember experiencing it.
So everyone becomes a book, a page.
It's the best I've got. The brain can only handle so much memory.
Maybe just a couple of sentences.
I need these. It kills me to lose someone. I hate it. And these people were parts of my life, important parts.
You. People like me.
Unfortunately so. I've got these books there, and they're filled with the people I've enjoyed spending so much time with that I couldn't bear losing them forever. So how they look and how they act and what it's in there. And so every time I pick up this pen and write, I feel complete and happy, even if it's just for a short while, at least until I need to pick up the pen again. These are my memories.
Am I in there?
Of course you are. I never want to forget you.
You have a choice.
Writing is my choice.
These aren't memories. They're not experiences. They're words on a page in a dark, lonely room, forever waiting to be held by you again. But it's not real. You won't feel them again. You'll just read them and hope for something. Your books may be here forever, but without people, you're alone. Tell me this. How much of this can you even honestly remember writing? The last 100 years? 200? Or is it smaller, 50, 60, or maybe even tinier than that? Can you even remember writing me into the book? How you felt when you did? Am I always going to be real, or will I fade into a shadow from the past?
No.
Can my memory stand the test of time, or will I just simply be ink on a page that you look at while sitting in your armchair?
Baby, I'd never think that of you. It
Don't,
wouldn't ever.
please. All you're about to give me is false hope and empty promises, and I don't want that. My life is so much shorter than yours, so whilst I'm alive, I don't want to be pages on a book. I just want to love you, Jackson, and feel loved back. Can I have that, please? Stop writing.
Okay.
What?
I love you. Don't want to see you upset. It's okay. I'll stop it.
Really?
It'll be difficult to rid myself of it, but for you.
Thank you. I love you so much.
I have one request, though.
Yes?
Can I write this down, this moment?
Why?
Because this moment shows me all the reasons I'm in love with you. I don't need to document anything else if I can remember this time with you.
Some manipulative sweet talking right there. But I suppose my chapter in your book reads so well. It's a nice little story about how wonderful I was.
What are you talking about? I haven't written this yet.
Of course you have. This is the middle of your book, the standalone chapter.
Stop messing with me. I'm not in the mood now.
I'm not messing with you. I can prove it with one question.
What question?
What's my name?
Oh, baby.
No, that's a nickname you call us. But what's my name? This face, this body, what are they called? Who am I? John? Or Mary? Liam? Siobhan?
I don't know.
I know. After a while, you just get lost in the book. We just become one person to you. Neither man, nor woman, nor anyone else. Just another mortal you loved. You're currently sitting in the chair, pen in hand, and just reading over who we were. Baby sits down on the arm of the chair. He is with him.
Jackson stops reading and puts the pen to the paper of the book. He is tempted to write, the need nearly taking over him. Feeling baby's presence, he closes the book before putting both the book and the pen down.
We're in a dark and dingy Glaswegian flat kitchen. The walls feel as if they're closing in on us. Everything is untidy. The worktops are strewn with moulded plates, piled with food and probably enticing infestation. There are clothes piled high, perhaps anticipating a wash. It is truly repulsive. He doesn't wash or clean anymore. Why should he? It would benefit his health in no way. Corey is slumped by the wall in a dreamy daze of sleep. The blade of his alarm wakens him with a jerk. It's early, but still he's overslept.
What? Fuck! No! I'm a newspaper!
He slings himself up and grabs everything he needs, then rushes out of the door.
Get that! Idiot!
We can hear the rattling and scratching of Corey stuffing the key into the lock unsuccessfully. He lunges himself back inside and reaches for his face mask.
Bloody thing!
He rushes off again. Light. Lighter. Daylight. Corey returns and strides inside, newspaper in hand. Voices of the enemy begin to whirl around his head.
You're putting us in danger.
We will find your weakness.
Why did you even come here in the first place? You're not welcome here.
Would you please just bugger off?
And did they bother clapping on us again? Aye, just 'cause we're the only uns brave enough to say it.
You'd be better off in a noose.
Or in the Squinty Bridge. You'd be doing us all a favour.
Silence. The calm after the storm. We hear heels approaching and a rather gentle knock on the door.
Everything all right in there, Corey? I heard an awful racket.
Corey stands up and leans against the closed door, almost as if it is his mother. His hand is pressed against it in a desperate attempt for human touch.
Everything's quiet in here, Ma. It was just some series I'm watching again.
Ah, silly me. Oh, you're obsessed with that telly. You're always watching some loud, shouty series.
Well, I mean, you did buy me it for watching.
Ah, you just work so hard and you deserved it.
It's nothing special, Ma. Everybody else works too.
Ah, but nothing like you. Got myself a wee Einstein in the family.
Ma, you need to stop all this. You can't be buying me tellies and watches every time I do something half decent.
But you're Ma Wayne.
Exactly.
He loves recognition, but not when he doesn't have to try for it.
And as long as Ma Wayne's all right.
Of course, Ma.
And will you Zoom us later? On that fancy laptop I got you.
Ma, I'm not really sure, because it's, you know...
Oh, God, I miss your wee face. He peels himself away from the door and notices us.
Ma, I need to go, Ma. My phone's ringing.
Well, will you promise to Zoom me later on? And
Aye, whatever, Ma. I will.
That's my boy. I'll see you at some
That, Ma.
time. She goes. He stays. But so do the audience.
What are yous? I mean, why I mean, how did yous... Are you seeking to hurt me? To arrest me? To kill me? Are yous scientists? What? You gonna just blank me? You sitting down with that weird looking confused face on you. Right. What's the script here? With me and you? Are we pals or what? Sorry, mate, but not many folk are begging to be my pal. Why don't you come over here? Have a sit down. We can have a yap. If you want. Maybe I can even knock some sense into you. What rules? Oh, we're all past that now. Come here. Get curried in. No? No. Let's be honest. You've not really made your mind up about me, have you? And let's be honest, I don't care. Mind yous were pretty quick to judge. There was no welcome, no, you're right, no, how did you get here? No, what can we do for you? Yous were all too busy with the, oh, stay away, it's dangerous, it's life-threatening. No, even he. I mean, what do you take me as? I'm a person, for God's sake. No, just a bloody... Wait till you see this. No, just take a deep breath, because this might just blow your mind. I present to you the answer to the world's prayers. Huh? I introduce to you the most hard-working philanthropist for the future generation. Seriously. Fine. I am, some might say, the most feared and deadly villain ever to exist. Or something like that. You're going to make me say it, aren't you? Coronavirus. Bloody hell, I'm coronavirus. Me? I'm your pal. Corey. Coronavirus. I'm the actor, but I'd say that introduction deserved at least a round of applause. Yeah, that was the first time I've done that, and I really pictured it going a lot better than that. Still no. Fine. Anderson. Jeez, oh, lighten up a bit. It's not as if you've got a raging virus in your hands, is it? Well, personally, I think you should be applauding me. Not just for the introduction, but for, well, me? Come on. Don't look at me like that. You're making yourself an enemy here. Let's face it, I'm coronavirus. I'll never die. Even when I'm no longer here, I'll still be in your head, in your lives, in your papers. Pride of Britain Award nominations open for session 2020. That's what I deserve. Pride of Britain. Just imagine. Imagine how proud Ma would really be then. Aye, right. I might have killed a few thousand, but really, I was doing them a favour. Nobody wants to be here to see the icebergs melt or the last wee turtle suffocate on some Egypt's plastic straws. The break of exams and schools in general, the screaming and shrieking of the protests in the streets. So I saved them the horrors, sent them on their way. Well, and to be honest, it's only like what, 0.07% of the whole UK population that I've killed. Could have been a lot worse. But I can say that. I'm coronavirus. As I say, I could have got rid of the students, my pals, or even the weans. I could have completely demolished our future. But since I'm nice, I just get rid of the obese, the diabetic, the pure unhealthy and all crippledians. Let's be honest, they weren't going to last another 5 years anyway. But I figured out I may as well just save the world at the same time. But I was doing it anyway. We locked down. Venetians, shocked by COVID's clear water canals. Side effects of coronavirus allowing swans to swim again. Community choirs serenade the streets. Crime falls dramatically in response to COVID-19. And same here, same here, same here. See? I'm no slavering rubbish. There's thousands of reasons. You should be bowing to me right now. Or nominating me even. Oh, come on. What else have I done? Trump. Me. A wee man from Glasgow got rid of him easy. All he needed was a wee shove. Bleach. You think? I solved that problem for you. What else do you want? Yous cruising about in your fancy cars are more of a monster than me. Apparently, in the last 2 months, I've saved about 4,000 Chinese wains. Wee helpless, defenceless babies. But the pollution was killing them off because of all yous driving about. You needed a hero. Here I was, just at the right time. What more could the Pride of Britain want? A guy working to bring the kindness, the love, the happiness of the world together. It's perfect. It's made for me. You just need to make it happen. But it's an email for God's sake. You do that every day. What difference does one extra make?
Bzz, bzz, bzz.
Oh, it's Ma. What's she wanting? Turn on the telly.
Pleased to announce that today we can confirm that we have a successful vaccine to combat the spread of COVID-19. Number 10 has released a statement to say that distribution will begin in 7 days.
No. Oh, no, this can't be. How could they have? How could you have the vaccine? Bloody vaccine!
Corey paces back and forward, forward and back and forward, forward and back and forward. He goes on and on. Seconds pass. Minutes pass. He slumps on a chair.
Weird. Getting told when you're going to die. A week. It's like a death sentence, you know? Just like sitting there, just waiting for your call. At least I take you by surprise. No warning, no pressure, no time limit. It's no sore. It doesn't hurt like this. Oh, what now? Do you not realise I'm in the middle of...
Corey throws open his door, but only a pie sitting in the outside corridor can be seen.
From wee Maggie. Maggie across the corridor. Aye. It's a bit random. Nice, I mean, but random. I'm starving. Cheers!
Corey sits down and gazes at the pie on his lap, a glint of guilt in his eye.
Oh, well, a wee taste wouldn't do any harm, would it? We've got a wee Mary Berry down the corridor. Oh, see this pie, this kindness, this never existed before me. There you go again. Give me that look. I'm not a monster. Because you'll see, I gave you this. I gave you a chance. And good on you. You've grabbed it. Never mind Mary Berry. We've got Beyonce's out in the streets. Now, who would have thought that a year ago? Now, I'm not asking for applause. Not even a thank you. I just want you to see through my eyes for once and maybe, just maybe, recognise my hard work. Come on. I'm running out of time. I'll even off you a cuppa. Yeah, cuppa helps everything. Yeah.
Corey determinedly wants to make the best cup of tea he has ever made for any guest in his life. Picking up the box of tea bags, there's not enough.
I mean, I could do shortbread or a tea cake. Oh, no.
The tin was once again empty. A quiet chirp of birds outside can be heard.
See? Nobody had quietened down enough to hear that until I came along. Aye, yous might have had to isolate for 2 weeks, but guaranteed none of yous had sat down with your wee cuppa and just listened to the wee chirping choir outside. So don't look at me like that. Just appreciate it. That's all I'm asking for. Listen and think of me, a martyr for the cause. You know, we're pals. Help me be remembered. Help my legacy live on. Help me be recognised in a good way. As a hero even. Deep down, you know I deserve it. The recognition, the respect. You would think nothing of it to a passing stranger holding the door open, would you? So just think about it like this. I've held the door open to a better future. Governments have struggled for centuries to find an antidote for the real virus that I have immediately cured. Pollution, social solitude, to name a couple. See it now.
Bzzz.
Oh, it's Mum. She's away to Tesco for her shopping. You know, the one for the wee pensioners so they can actually get to do their shopping in peace. The one that was put in place because of yours truly.
Clapping and cheering can be heard from outside.
What's that? "8 o'clock on the dot and they're clapping." So let me ask you this. Why is it taking me, coronavirus, to thank the NHS? Look what I've made. A community of broken souls coming together to join a chorus for a good cause. You need to give me that one. That was all me. Fair enough. It might not have been the year you expected, 2020. Aye, it wasn't a year filled with the usual freedoms and privilege, but it was a year filled with togetherness. A year of tears and struggles, aye, but a year where problems were solved. And let's be honest, was it the necessary evil we needed?
At a large gateway, an officer patrols the gate carrying a hammer at their side. Enter Charlie carrying a box. Charlie bolts for the gateway, but the officer stands in the way, pushing Charlie back.
Back. Back.
Yes. Yes, I want to get back.
Then get back.
So step aside, let me get back inside.
Line. Line.
There's no one here to create a queue. Do I just follow it?
Stand behind the line.
Oh, I understand. I understood. It's just... Officer, when can I get through?
You don't.
What? I'm behind the line, like you said.
I said to stand behind the line. I said nothing about letting you through. You were too close to the gateway. You must stand behind the line.
No, I heard you. I just need to get inside. How do I do that?
You already know. It's very obvious. I've known it for years.
Yes, but this is your job. It would make sense that you would know.
Are you claiming you don't understand the way?
Oh, not at all. I do understand the way. I just need to know which way. Trust me, I'm just like you. I understand. I function. Listen, my name is Charlie. I should be inside that gate. This box is very important. We're on a ticking clock. I need to get it through the gate and to the other side. It's urgent. It could be life or death. I need to go through there. I'll do anything. I will do as you say. I will understand.
Too many words, citizen. I didn't ask for your life story. What's in the box?
Please, just let me through. I'm being clear. I'm being simple. Let me through.
Simple. As in stupid? On purpose? What's in the box, citizen?
You wouldn't... It's not for you to know.
Citizen, you said it was ticking.
No, I said...
You admitted it was a matter of death. It's a bomb.
What? No, there's been a mistake.
Hand it here.
No.
Attacking an officer of the law is a dissenting action. Hands in the air. A functioning person would have darted away from the box if it was a bomb. So what's in the box?
It's not a bomb. It's personal effects. It needs to get through. Please, trust me.
You're certainly going inside, all right. Hands in the air. Follow me. This way, citizen. Keep to my pace.
They both start moving leftward. Charlie speeds up, but then trips. The set slides off to the right behind them, being replaced by an interrogation room. They enter.
You will be judged for your actions and claims. There it will be decided exactly where inside you'll end up. Oh, and that box will be taken somewhere else for safety purposes.
No, I can't part with it. Officer, you don't understand how important it is to me.
You don't get to claim what I do or do not understand, citizen. This is the only way you and it will get inside. You either part with it now, and maybe, if it is deemed acceptable, you'll see it through, or it doesn't get through at all.
I understand.
Very good. Wait here.
Exit the officer with the box in hand. Enter judge, waving a hammer on their belt.
Something the matter?
Not at all.
Boring, being a terrorist, isn't it?
I'm no terrorist.
Tell me, what are you doing here?
An officer told me to wait here.
Ah, you're waiting for someone.
Yes, I believe so. I'm waiting to be judged. Then I'll get my box back. It's very important, you see.
I see. And do you know who is judging you?
I think the officer, that's the one who told me to wait.
The officer's not coming back.
Oh, do you know who I'm waiting for?
It sounds to me like you're waiting for someone to come along and judge you.
Oh, you're the judge.
Remain seated. Here is the truth. Up to this point, you approached an officer carrying a box. You refused to identify the contents of said box. You failed to follow instructions from a figure of authority. Then you assaulted said figure of authority. How do you plead?
I just need to get inside. I didn't mean any harm. Do you know if my box is okay?
So, unclear plea. No case to answer. I want to get through this process as fast as possible. State your name.
The pen breaks. Charlie pulls their own pen from their pocket, moving to hand it over.
A knife!
No. It's a pen. Your one broke. You need a new pen.
Sit down. Everything is working as it should. My equipment does not malfunction.
The judge continues to write with the broken pen.
State your full name for the record.
Charlie. I need to...
Charlie, I need to. Strange name. Sounds foreign. Please stand. I want you to walk from one side of the room to the other 3 times as normally as you can. You can walk normally, can't you? Remember, I'm always behind you.
Oh, thank you. That means a lot. I really need that kind of support right now.
No, I mean, I am watching you at all times. You make a mistake.
You'll correct me. You'll guide me.
You make a mistake, you'll suffer for it. Walk.
Charlie starts walking with the judge close behind him.
Why did you stop?
I walked the length 3 times.
Back and forth 3 times. Do you want me to hold you in contempt?
No, sir.
Charlie moves to walk again, but the judge stops Charlie.
I've seen enough. Nervous, are we, Carly?
No, sir. Actually, I'm just really worried about my box. That's all.
It's important for this process to run smoothly that everyone is on the same page. You understand the reason why we're here right now, of course? If you don't, then, well, Cammy, there must be something incredibly wrong with you. You do know what we're doing right now, don't you?
Yes, I think.
Good, good. Could you, Carly, empty your pockets slowly? Show me what you have. Is something the matter? Is your body malfunctioning?
No, sir. It's just, my name is Charlie. You said it incorrectly 3 times now.
It says Carly on my notepad. Are you calling me a liar or a fool?
I am calling you someone with a broken pen who isn't admitting it. You can't even read what you've written.
Is that so? You're claiming the error is on my part. That the whole system is wrong because out of everyone, it just doesn't understand you. A system we've used for years without complaint, a fully functional system fails because you don't like the name it has given you. It says Carly here. Do you misunderstand how things work here? Are you not on the same track as the rest of us?
No, I'm on the right track. I understand you. I agree with you. My name must be Carly.
Very well. Please empty your pockets. Carly. You know, some people have the strangest things in their pockets. Ineffable things. You don't have anything strange, do you?
No, sir. I have a pen. Always handy to have, I guess. My kazoo, not really sure why that's there. A pencil, just in case my pen runs out of ink. This is a pocket dictionary, useful for traveling. 1 bookmark for the dictionary. Some sheets of paper, you know, in case the need ever arises.
Do you think I'm an idiot? I can see what they are. I wasn't born yesterday. Are you attempting to belittle me? Your fate, Carrie, is in my hands. Am I really someone you want to try to belittle?
Oh, no, not at all. I just thought you were talking about people having ineffable things.
I was talking about other people, Carrie. Not everything is about you. I can clearly see what you have. You certainly haven't got any cognitive problems?
I'm sure, sir.
Well, let's test that then. Count each component from your pockets that you've placed down 1 by 1.
Yes, sir. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
5? Are you mocking me?
No.
You dare laugh in the face of a judge, the arbiter between the truth and the powers that be. Do you find this insubordination funny, Castro?
Neither, sir. I mean, I am neither, and I do not.
Then what made you smile so damn much?
I believed you were happy with me.
A baseless assumption. I would say that's evidence enough to get you sanctioned. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There are 3 sheets of paper. No sane person would count that as a single item. That's just common sense. Did you fail at basic mathematics? Or did you not understand the very simple question? Someone of your age can't have failed at following simple orders unless you're broken or just bad at maths.
I'm not broken. I did understand what you meant. I'm not broken. I must just be bad at counting then.
Life isn't easy. We both understand that. The path we all travel on, there can be bumps. Otherwise, there'd be no conflict at all. None of this would be necessary. You know what I mean?
I believe so.
Yeah, it's okay to struggle as you churn onwards. As long as we're on the same page, it doesn't matter what font we use.
Yeah, sometimes things that seem to matter don't, and things that don't seem to matter do.
Exactly, Carlos. You worry too much about the little things. You understand. When it's the big things that you need to follow, the big details that you need to pay attention to. We all follow the same track, but you're not on that track. You're not like us, and that just can't be. You need to make sure you're on the right track, otherwise you could miss the intended turn, causing a backup in traffic as you try to fix that error, creating room for the worst consequences to follow, and bang, assassination. Then boom, a great global war to end all wars and millions dead. And you, understandably, don't want that to happen.
No, of course not. I'm with the way. I'm on the track. I'm following your instructions to the best of my abilities. I am functioning fine. Trust me, I just need to get through this and take that box inside. That's all I want to do. You understand me?
It's important for your way, isn't it?
Oh, exactly. I need this. I am willing to go through the right procedures to get there, but I need to get there.
I know you do. I do. You're on a ticking clock. That box is a matter of life and death. If you don't get it over to the other side, you'll fail on your personal track, right?
I'm afraid so. Can you please tell me where my box is, or what's happened to it?
Sure, of course I will. Though I need to make sure I understand your track. Is that okay? Where are you planning to place the bomb?
No, that's not what I meant.
Interesting. Tell me, Cass, are you on my track? Really? You didn't seem to get where I was going a minute ago. You didn't understand who I was when we met. You pretended my pen was broken. You walk like you've got something to hide. Even now you're admitted to not understanding the way. You couldn't count, and you didn't even know your own name. How dysfunctional are you?
I'm not dysfunctional.
I'm the judge of that.
I thought...
It doesn't matter what you thought, Chavez.
My name is Charlie. It is the most basic thing to remember about a person. Charlie, not Carly, not Cammy, not Callie, not Castro, not Carlos, not Cass, not Chavez. Charlie. You would know that if you admitted your bloody mistake and took the damn pen. Or any of your damn notes even legible. Nothing has been conveyed properly all day. None of you seem to be able to think for someone else's view for a second. Leaving the rest of us just trying to pick up the goddamn pieces. Please, all I wanted to do was get across. You're all making this so hard. I am not broken.
Come on. The world just isn't making sense to you. There's an injustice. You feel it, and you're willing to correct it explosively. Come on. What do you think? What are your views? Do you have views?
You're leading every question in the wrong direction.
I am the arbiter between the truth and the powers that be. My direction is the only direction. You're not catching my drift. You've gone down the wrong track. It's a very simple question. Do you have views?
Of course I have bloody views. What kind of question is that? Do you not see the insanity of the words you're using? Why does everyone say nothing but mean everything?
So you do have views. Anything that's going to be a problem?
I guess you'll decide that for yourself.
Understand this, Charlie. We are a proud and functioning people. We do not stumble or falter. We do not mistake. We do not malfunction, and we do not misunderstand. We don't accept anything that hinders our way. You couldn't work out our way, and so my judgment has been made. You're not getting through. You can speak freely if you like, but to be clear, Charlie, I don't think anyone will understand.
The judge fades out. Charlie stands alone.
How many words can it take to express how hard it is to convey what is meant, what is heard, what is understood? We could answer a simple math question, but a casual smile could mean 1,000 things. And there is no single answer, no set in stone knowledge that could make communicating easy. It's common sense if it's right, it's an assumption if it's wrong. It makes you feel powerless. Wherever we stand, the vibrations of sound will hit different. We're all subject to the subjective. Language lives in the now, error in the forever of the mind. On a busy path, you step left and they step right, and you sidestep several times until you smack together and feel just awful. It's a pitiful collision, not a climax, with nothing but fault and fury as the steps that brought them there. I seek to function, but I don't. I run along different tracks. I dance in and out when forever grasping at the thinnest layer of what is, because I fear I'd get lost in the many things that could be. And in the end, sometimes I don't even think what I mean. Talking is too hard. Not just the formation of airflow, but the power of it too. Words mean things. That is the function of words. Shouldn't it be that simple? Why does nobody say what they mean or mean what they say? But even if I try, I cannot convey what I say is right. You can know all the words, but a broken pen leaves poorly written. I want to make sense. I want to function. And yet, it all goes unsaid.
The judge returns with the box, takes out their hammer, smashes the box.